Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about AWS storage services as an overview. And mainly we have to talk about that in storage sections like in S3, simple storage service, EFS, elastic file system, and we'll cover the elastic block storage. This you have already covered into that in EC sections, and we'll cover it once again, no problem at all. Glacier and a storage gateway. Two more services is there, but more and less we'll talk only in practical sections with the details in S3 and EFS. So apart from that, also we have a AWS Snowball, AWS Snowball Edge, and AWS Snowmobile. So these are the categories we are going to get that in soon in AWS. But so far, so forth, only four services is there once you log into that in AWS. S3, EFS, Glacier, Storage Gateway, and EBS will be there with, in EC2. So what is that in S3? S3 is a simple storage service. I need to provide that in durability, availability, concurrent fault tolerance, SSL support, fast byte latency, and lifecycle management policy. The AWS S3 is we have a three categories when we can choose it like in a standard infrequent access and reduced redundancy storage. On basis of that in a standard, if you'll see that in durability we have 11.9, availability we have 99.99%, concurrent fault tolerance 2, and SSL support, of course, yes, first byte latency millisecond, lifecycle management policy in years, and rest of that like in a standard infrequent access and reduce redundant storage. So Amazon S3 will be like in store the data in as a object storage. We cannot store the OS file. File size can be between 0 to 5 TBs, unlimited storage, no limitations of size. Files are stored in buckets. Buckets is a name of the folder. Bucket name must be unique globally. And the URL of the bucket will be like https s3 name of that in region, so EU hyphen west hyphen one Amazon AWS.com / name of the bucket. Read after a write consistency put of a new object immediately available for read. Eventual consistency for override puts and delete takes some time to read. After successfully upload, it will be represent a response back HTTP 200 as a response code. And for more details, you can see that in AWS spec. The next services we have is Elastic Block Storage. Persistent block storage for Amazon EC2 delivery capability and performance for the most demanding applications. So if you remember at the time of creating EC2, we choose that in EBS block as a volume, root volume, and we can add that in additionals as well. Once again, we'll see that in more details. So what we'll get that in EBS with a high performance volume availability, encryption, access management, snapshot, and elastic volumes. And the benefit of AEBS is reliable, secure storage, consistent low latency performance, backup and restore, innovate, quickly scale up, easily scale down, geographical flexibility, and optimize performance. The next services we have Elastic File System EFS, scalable, reliable, and elastic file storage for the AWS cloud. The benefit of that in EFS is that once your file size is increasing, that capacity will be increased of your that volume, and once the file you will be remove that in automatically it will be release that storage. So whatever you are going to utilize that in files, you are only going to pay, and rest of that it will maintain. And another good thing is that with a EFS we can attach, you can mount it out with a number of servers, whereas in EBS that will not possible, and S3 is anyhow it's not falling into that categories. So in EFS we can do it's a simple sheer file storage, seamless integrations, automatically scalable performance, low cost, high available and durable, optimized transfers, and secure. You should always unmount a file system before you delete it. That is very important. Otherwise, what will be happen? Once you let's say you mount it with any EC2 servers, and what you deleted that in of EFS file system. So your operating system will continuously try to read like sync that in AFS with the help of a mount point, and it will be on. So you will be not even to connect with that in server as well. It will be coming to that in hang state. So what you have to do, the solutions is there. You have to stop the server, boot it, and add that in boot script user data. You have to pass it. On basis of that, it will be go and unmount it. Then only you'll able to log into the server. Until unless it will not allow. Another thing you have to remember, the NFS port number 2049, and you have to allow this port to that in your EC2 instance, or otherwise again it will be not allowed to connect it. Amazon Glacier. This is the another storage services. Amazon Glacier is a extremely low cost storage service that provides secure, durable, and flexible storage of a data backup and archival. The good thing is that we can connect with like AWS CLI command or REST API or AWS SDK, but there is no way to see that in your file system into by the GUI. Yeah, in Amazon Glacier, it's a design to deliver 11 nines durability, and cost of that $0.004 per gigabyte per month. Another thing you have to remember, a single archive can be as large as 40 TBs, not more than that. The another services we have a storage gateway. So in a storage gateway, the AWS Storage Gateway is the service connecting an on-premises software appliance with a cloud-based storage to provide a seamless and secure integrations between an organization's on-premises IT environment and AWS storage infrastructure. So there is a few categories. We have a storage gateway type like in a files gateway, volume gateway, and type gateway. On basis of that, you'll be have a like in host platform, and you can choose it, and you have to like and sync with by the storage gateway. The next services we have a Snowball. The Snowball is just a another device and big media where we can transfer the data in a petabyte. Yeah, so what we have to do, we have to log a request with AWS. AWS will send that in a storage gateway to your on premises in respective delivery center. And after that you have to put that in your data. You have to like put that in secure block, and then you have to like deliver it. So once you'll deliver to that in reach to that in AWS people, they will put the data into that in S3 bucket, and that bucket will be it will be your AWS S3 bucket. Yeah, after that you'll be able to retrieve that in your data. Whatever you want, you can do it. So that's all about in overview of AWS storage. Thanks for watching.